you who just got his Tourette's diagnosis. And then I ask you, what do you do? Well, of course, you give psychoeducation, we just learned that, and if needed, treatment. But I want to ask you to add something to that. It's not according to the symptoms, but I think it's even more important. It's how do you live with Tourette? Because in my experience, a lot of people hate Tourette. The fact that they hate it means that they hate a part of themselves. And I think it's very hard to live with the fact that you hate a part of yourself. And if you just make symptoms lighter by treatment, you don't take away the hate. So I want to ask you to teach those children how to live with Tourette and how to deal with Tourette. Teach them to make friends with it. That may sound weird to be friends with a disorder, but it can happen. It can be a companion, someone you live with, someone who's always with you, and who's always a part of you. Because they're not just negative symptoms, there are a lot of positive things as well. You can think about creativity. We think so incredibly fast that we can have a view from different angles and have original thoughts. We have a lot of perseverance, like I said before. You can call it stubborn, but I think it's a lot of perseverance, and if we really want something, we can go for it and do it. Also sensitivity, that's a part of the highly sensitive part. That means that we're also really empathic. We might not know what other people think, but we know how they feel because we feel it when they come close to us. So we are very good at helping other people because we know how they feel. And there are a lot of other positive aspects as well, and it all has made us into who we are. So I like the person that I am today, and it's also because of Tourette, not just because of Tourette, of course, but it's the negative parts and the positive parts of Tourette that made me into who I am today. So back to this kid. Take him on a journey through Tourette. Go on a search. Who is this friend of him? Who is Tourette? Get to know him. Really get to know him. And realize sometimes friends do fight. Yes. But it doesn't change the friendship. So it isn't an enemy with who you fight every day. It's a friend. And together they can conquer the world. Teach him how to embrace it and not to fight it. Because life doesn't end with the Tourette syndrome diagnosis, but a lot of people do think, not just the kids but the parents as well, do think life ends with the Tourette diagnosis. Life may be a bit more difficult, but it doesn't mean impossible. You just have to learn how to believe in yourself. All through my teens, I have been positive. I could name a positive part of Tourette, and that's that it gave me friends. It gave me friends who had Tourette as well. I met a few young girls just like myself with Tourette, and I communicated with them online. I didn't know where they lived. I didn't need to know. I just needed to know that they were there for me, and they were. And to this day, I'm still in contact with 3 of these girls. And with one of them, I've been organizing trips for the Dutch Tourette Syndrome Association, and the other 2 help us with the kids. We want to give them the same experience that we have, and you can give them as well. Because they are not alone. A lot of kids with Tourette think they are the only one. Well, we all know that's not true. And you can tell them that. You are not alone. And it can be really rewarding to a lot of children to speak with, well, kids their own age about Tourette. Every year on these trips, I have children coming up to me and say, I am glad I have Tourette, because otherwise I would have missed this day, and I wouldn't want that. So how do they get from thinking it's the end of the world to this? Well, with your help. I was that kid, and I think I've been very lucky with my doctors and therapists because they always gave me the feeling that they believed in me. They gave me trust and they taught me how to deal with Tourette. To this day, I still remember the day that my neurologist told me about behavioral therapy. She said I had to work hard, it wasn't easy, and it didn't even work for everyone. But she believed in me, and she thought I could do it. That's now 12 years ago. And it wasn't just her. When I went to this therapy, Kara was there, and she always kept telling me that I could do it. And even later on, when I got depressed, I had a psychologist who didn't know a lot about Tourette, but she made the effort. And she did her research because she wanted me to be happy. And even when I didn't believe in my own life anymore, she did, and she helped me. Of course, I'll always have friends and my family, and they will help me every minute of the day. But they can only do so much, because you need professionals, like you. And all my life, I've had those professionals. And I can truly say I've had the best ones. From the teacher I got when I got diagnosed, to my general practitioner, my physical therapist, who helped me with a lot more than just the physical pain of my tics, my parents, my sister, my friends, and everyone I forget. Without them, I wouldn't be here right now. And it breaks my heart that other kids aren't that lucky, because I hear it every week. And these kids just need to know that you believe in them. They need to know that they have the opportunity and the confidence to work hard and to get the best out of themselves and their lives. It's even why I'm here today. Because Karen knows me and she trusts me to tell you my story and to hopefully inspire you to be the best you can be and to help patients of your own. Because you can help them. Help them deal with their Tourette, become friends with it, even get in touch with other children. You know, Twitter and Facebook, they're there in every country. And tell them they can accomplish anything they want in their lives. It is true, they can do and become anything they want. I mean, did you think there would be a goalkeeper in the World Cup soccer with Tourette? Really, with tics? He did it. Tim Howard, he was in the 2010 World Cup, and he's the goalkeeper for the American team, and they got to the last 16 with a goalkeeper with Tourette. And more recently, what about this? Mariah. She is a girl like myself, of my age, and as a child she struggled with Tourette syndrome. And she even got bullied, but she had a dream. She wanted to be Miss America. And as Miss America, you have to be smart, sophisticated, a public speaker, a role model, and so on. And people actually told her that because of her Tourette, she couldn't do it. She had to beat out 14,000 other contestants. That's maybe something to notice. And this year she was there. She was on stage, and she came in 5th. She got to talk about her Tourette on stage with 7 million people watching. And what about me? At the age of 16, now 8 years ago, at the start of my depression, I wrote down in my diary that I wanted to travel the world to talk about Tourette. And look where I am right now. Kids with Tourette dream so big, and they have an amazing imagination. So please tell them their dreams can come true. It is time for you to help them, to teach them and to believe in them. Tell them about the stories, about the ones who did it before. Tell them about Tim, about Mariah, and about me. Thanks.
Thank you very much, Laura, and I get shivered, and I think all of you are, and I'm a little bit, I don't find the right words right now, but it was really fantastic, and I think all of you agree with it. Yeah, just give me a hug. Because we believe in her and we believe in our work and what we do. Well, I think this is a right moment to end the first day. I thank you all for your attention, and well, I think there's a drink right now and we can discuss further, and we see each other tomorrow for the training of the therapies. Thank you, Laura. Thank you all. See you tomorrow.